What's up, Alphas? It's your boy, Alphas Amayo, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. And today we are talking about Rings. Yes, Rings of Power. A show brought to you by Amazon Prime. Episode 3, Adar. Adar is the name of what they are calling the new leader, the new Dark Lord, the one that's taking over Morgoth, the one that is rumored to be Sauron. It could be Sauron, it could be anybody else. They haven't decided yet, but we know Galadriel is determined that it is Sauron and she will stop him. And that's what this shows. This is what this episode is a lot about. We come up with a few discoveries. Quick update on the show. It is still very slow. They had scenes in this show that was very unnecessary. I hate to say, I don't want to diss the show, but I can also say this is one of the most this is probably the city of Numenor, the Island Kingdom, is probably one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. That you don't see that in major films, the beauty you saw on this show. Even the little stupid scene with Galadriel and a guy we're gonna talk about in a minute, Elendil, a new character they introduced. Again, introducing new characters on episode 3 on a slow series is probably not a good idea because it falls into the complaints that I have about the show. But it gives you this sense of beauty, but also a sense of why did we have like a minute long scene of them riding a horse through a thing just to get to this one point. I see the beauty of the world, but my God, man, at some point, and I don't want to be too hard on the show because I give the show a chance. I'm a Lord of the Ring fan. I love Lord of the Ring. But you gotta speed the show up. That's my one complaint about the show. It did not get better. It's still, if you're not into the lore, I can see how you can absolutely be like, I'm not into this show. I can 100% see it. But however, I'm into the lore. I know I kind of get an idea where it's going, so I'm excited for it. Also, it's a complaint that I've been seeing online, right? The complaint is basically that they see a black hobbit and a black dwarf and be like, oh, that's not this. They are not staying true to the story. In the book, Tolfdir writes that that the main hobbit that's the leader right now is a dark-skinned hobbit. He wrote it in the book. I don't know if he wrote that the queen's wife was dark-skinned. I'm not sure about that. I have to refresh my memory, but I do remember him being dark-skinned. So I was like, interesting. And plus, they're hobbits. They're elves. They don't exist. This is not Middle times. What you think? And plus, even then, next week I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show y'all the little kingdom course of all the black people that was knights and stuff to show you they exist. So I'm gonna do that next week just for y'all. But the show starts off with Arondir. He is kidnapped, and you see all the people from the village and the other elves that was protecting the village. They are now slaves of the trolls. You see Vrath. You meet Vrath, who gets at the end of the episode gets his comes up, and you get a little bit of something from that. But you see him he got hit hard. My man got smacked, and Arendar did by Vrath, and he said, and he's like, for Adar. Later on in the show, we see that some people hinting that Adar might be one of the names of Sauron, because he has many names. So they like that might be a name for him. We do see them in a promo. We see them 3 knights, so one of them could be him. So I'm very interested to see how that goes. You see, they made them slaves. They made them I think I see some villagers. They made them slaves. You see Madar again, the guy he talked to in the episode 2 when he was going to the village. You see him, and the orc are creating a slave colony. They basically what they're doing. They're trying to dig. What they're trying to do is try to create a blockage of light, because as y'all know, they've been digging holes, and that's how they kidnapping people, and they going under because they are weak to light. For those that didn't know, we saw that today. They are weak. They are creatures of darkness. They are weak to light. So that's one thing. So you kind of you see a strategy forming, in which they are trying to, at the end of the episode, trying to figure out how they can get them in the light so they can get away, and then warn the other elves so they can take care of them. But you saw through the episodes that they've been hiding underground, kidnapping people, running from underground, going into houses because they can't be exposed to direct light. It's direct light, not just regular light. So they are trying to make like a little dark tunnel so they can go around, and we're gonna talk about why they're trying to go around a bit later. You see, we see Halbrand. They on the ship. She wanted their friend or foe. Like I said, we learned that they are in the island kingdom of Numenor. They come in on their home. They take them there, and she's very wary of these people. Why? Because these people of Numenor were friends of the elves, and they sided with the elves, whereas Halbrand's people sided with Morgoth. So they were rewarded with the island so that they can ultimately do good. And there's it's a praise, or here's an island for you. We'll show you how to modify and evolve, and here's some technologies and stuff we learned over 1,000 years of living. And they basically got that all. They head to the island. She's hesitant. You meet the queen. By the way, again, the beauty of this city is incredible on this show. They said it's the most expensive show, I believe. Oh my goodness, this show is intensely beautiful. It is amazingly beautiful. To the producers and directors who filmed and got the action shots and created the show, you are magnificent. I wish y'all worked on pacing a little more. That's my only complaint. Wish you worked on pacing. Cause I can see if you don't know where it's heading and you ain't a really like staunch fan of Lord of the Rings, why you can be bored. But again, I'm repeating the same thing. We meet Queen Regent Muriel, another black woman for y'all people to be upset about. You just give you something to be a little more mad about. You know what I'm saying? And we meet Pharazôn. Pharazôn is that basically High Council. She's the Queen Regent. And we see they talking, they having a conversation. She doesn't like elves, we find out. Apparently, they ousted the former king, according to Elrond, who he served under, and who he's loyal to, who is a friend of the elves. But her grandfather and the family exiled the former king. I didn't think we got his name. I was looking for it over in the show, but I couldn't find it. I did do it late at night, so I might have overlooked it. Y'all can let me know in the comments. And let me know how y'all like the show. And like and subscribe too, by the way. But they go over and we find out he exiled in his own kingdom. He can't go nowhere. Just so he can't meet up with whoever. And Galadriel got the smoke. She said, one way or another, I'm going to leave this island. There ain't nothing you can do about it. And they get in a little jousting match. She tells her that she is the leader of the northernmost army, which she is. They don't believe it because why this random elf on a boat with this random dude named Halbrand, even though both of them together are probably the most important characters to the story of Lord of the Rings during this probably particular period, besides King Gilgalad, of course. She's kind of too abrasive and wants to smoke too much. If you know about it, you know she's like that. But she's a little too abrasive. And it almost get them in trouble. And Halbrand, who was a clever dude, you find out about him later on. He tossed him out the situation, gets him, and we learn the captain's name during the conversation between Muriel, and Pharazôn. Pharazôn. I gotta say his name right. I get used to saying these names. And you find out that he's the captain of one of the ships. His son is also trying to be one. His daughter is there too. You meet her. His son name is Isildur, and his daughter name is Olorin. I'm saying his name right. According to Elendil, she rides fast and he rides blind, which reminds him of Galadriel. And ultimately, we find out they go to this, the place made by the former king, who has all these notebooks, and they find out that Sauron is the symbol is like a map showing where they're trying to conquer and what they're trying to make. Probably I'm assuming to summon him and his armies, because if you know about Sauron, he is a he doesn't really have a form until he has like a lot of power to create a form. As we saw later on, he's known as the disembodied eye and all that stuff, which is amazing. Like, Morgoth, they're god-made creatures. They're basically like angelic type creatures in this world. So he needs like a certain amount of power to form to create his way. Which I don't know. I don't think this will be. I don't know if we'll see King Gilgalad and his son. Because we saw in the previous Hobbit movie or the Lord of the Rings, I can't remember which one. They showed King Gilgalad's son and how he had the ring, he lost in the ocean and all that. I don't know if this show gets to that, but that's why I'm excited. Because if it does, that if we can get to that war, which at this slow pace, I don't know if we're going to, it can show. It can be an amazing experience. Like he said, Galadriel, I get the name right, is basically reminds him of his children, and she reminds him of both of them. He takes over here. They learn the secret, and she learns something about Halbrand, who is in jail now because he got in a fight and he whooped the dude. And we learn that he is the rightful king of Man. And basically what you learn that when they say the rightful king earlier in episode 2, I believe, when they were like, the rightful king will return and we'll be back on side of you elves. We got here. Halbrand is the king they were talking about. He is the descendant, but he is doing his own thing. You can tell he is trying to make amends for what his ancestors did. By the way, he stated, my ancestor joined Morgoth and is your mortal enemy, princess. Basically called the princess. And I'm not a good man. As you can see, he can fight. He's the rightful heir. He's clever. He 100% shows you why he was important and why he felt like a king. We go back. They come to that. She tells him all that, and he's like, "I don't know. You don't know if I'm friend or foe. Need to be careful." He warns her, and how we gonna get out of here? She says she has a plan, and she has people that support her. And by the way, Elendil knows who she is because they have her and her brother and a bunch of and the King Gilgalad and Elrond and all this. They over there. Oh yeah, and you got the Brandyfoots. I didn't go over that part. The Brandyfoots the little Brandyfoot seem to be scheming. She's scheming around. And she wants to help her family because her father's hurt and they gonna get left behind. They come up with a plan. They normally supposed to be exiled when she takes from it and writes their name to leave. They found out she cheated and they supposed to be exiled, but he said they can go to the back. Now her friend, this big guy who is like kind of we don't know what he is yet. I'm wondering if he's Sauron. He's somebody important. Is he a white, the gray? Is he like one of them? We're gonna find out soon enough. I'm excited about it. He has strong magical power. He likes mana, which I'm leaning toward him being one of those magical men that can do it. And basically they sent him to the back. Said you might well exile us. And then they found her friend can help them because he has magical powers. So Miss Brandyfoot is very busy. It was a long scene. They had to go right, go left, looking for the thing so they can change it so they can be in the front and they don't have to carry it. Because what they do is they carry the things, and if they get left behind, they get left behind. They even pray like, Lord, forgive, because you stray from the path, you are alone. If you never stray from the path, you are never alone. That's like a rule for the hobbits right now. So they have that situation. And then we go back at the end and we see Arendor. They talk up because they don't cut trees. They believe in beauty. They don't believe in cutting trees. Humans and trolls and all those do. Like, we are not cutting the tree. This tree has been here longer than us, and it deserves to have the life. They like, we appreciate you for standing up. They give him a drink of water. And my guy Meldor gets slashed right in the throat as he drinking the water. The first two did. They basically set him up. Arendor basically cuts the tree down, but so they don't have no more trouble with the elves. He cuts the tree down, and at the end of the episode, they revolt. They bring the dogs out, and he gets he gets. I think he got. Did he get Wrath? I think he got Wrath at the end. I think that was the one he slashed. Like I said again, I got really sleepy at the end because I watched it at like 3 o'clock in the morning. So please forgive me. I think he got Vera. Y'all can correct me in the comment. I think he slashed Vera, and that's how the show ended. And well, I'm curious to see if they actually escape from all the trolls. Because all you gotta do is cut the light on. Because if you get them doing it, I say cut the light on. You break the thing down, and then all of a sudden they expose it. Like he caught the little dog. The little dog looked so cool. That's one of the amazing things about the episode. The little dog looked amazing. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Let me know if you liked the episode, anything like that. Hit that like and subscribe button. I appreciate you. I am your boy, Laugh as I May. Hit the link tree below. You can find books, podcasts, merch, all that. As you can see below, this is the week right here. This goes by what's going on this week. Tonight we have, of course, the wrestling review show of the week. Tomorrow we have Make It Make Sense, and we dropping a video if you like power by Uncle Lou. All those things tomorrow. You can see what's going on throughout the week. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace.